Alright, so now I will do 6.5, number 7, A and B. That would be your next question. Okay, perfect. So on this one, I'll start with A, of course. And remember when we do a teacher solution, we need to draw a picture first. So the question is 5/12 is 8/9 of what number? I'm just going to write it like that. Okay, so I need to draw a picture. So here's my picture. This represents the whole, and I have 8/9 of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's my whole, and I have 8/9 of it. So I know all of this is 5/12. So I see that I have 8 pieces there. So I'm going to say, well, 5/12 divided by 8 equals something. Okay, so that's something. So maybe I want to just do the standard algorithm. So 8 goes into 5/12 6 times. 6 times 8 is 48, which is 32. And so I get 64 times. Okay, so now if I know 5/12 divided by 8 is 64, I know each one of these squares has to hold 8. Okay, because, I'm sorry, each one of those squares holds 64 pieces. Okay, so there's 64 in here, there's 64 in here, all the way to the end. Now, this last one I didn't include, but how much is in there? Exactly the same amount, because all of those squares are meant to be equal. So I could take 64 times 9, which should be the same thing as 5/12 plus 64, because 64 times 8 is going to give me all of this, which is 5/12. So then I add that together and I get 6, 7, so 576. Okay, and so then of course you would write a sentence. For your teacher solution you need a sentence, but there's my work. Now I also want to show you this one algebraically. So 5/12, an equal sign always means is. Well, not always, but most of the time. So 5/12 is 8/9 of means times, and what number? And I'll say n. Okay, so the first step is to get rid of the fraction. So I could multiply both sides by 9/8. Now, on the right side, that's the same as just multiplying by the reciprocal, and so I'm going to end up with 1 on that side, or n, and on the left side, I get 5/12 times 9 divided by 8. Now, notice back here, first thing we did is divided by 8, and then we multiplied by 9. Here, we're going to divide by 8 and multiply by 9. The exact same thing. I just think that's so cool. Okay, so that's the algebraic solution. Now let's go ahead and look at B. In a chicken coop, 2/7. So the whole thing looks to be in sevens. Okay, 2/7 of the chicken coop were roosters. So these guys are roosters. If there are 21 more hens than roosters in... Okay, so then the next one says that there are 21 more hens than roosters. So we know that there are this many plus some. Okay, maybe I'll color code this since I can. So these are roosters. These are hens. And I don't know how far across it goes. I have no idea. Okay, and that's okay. Not a problem. Okay, so these are hens. And then it says how many chickens are there all together? Okay, so I think that maybe, oops, I'm gonna erase this line here. So everybody that's left, right? I had to reread the problem, but everybody that's left, we don't have anything else. We just have chickens, or roosters, and hens in our chicken coop here. So hens goes all the way across here. Now that's perfect because we know that these two, they had 21 more. So these is roosters. Hens are 21 more than that. So these 3 boxes right here equals 21. So if those 3 boxes equal 21, how much does 1 box equal? Well, it equals 7. So then we have how many boxes? We have 7 boxes of 7. So that is 49. And then you would write a sentence saying there are 49 chickens in the coop. Okay? Awesome.